Dark psychology refers to the use of manipulation, persuasion, and influence tactics, often unconsciously, to shape the thoughts, feelings, or actions of others. While this may sound sinister, many of these behaviors are surprisingly common and not always malicious. In fact, both men and women use psychological tools in everyday life, often without realizing their impact. This video focuses on 7 subtle tricks that women may unconsciously employ in relationships, workplaces, and social settings, tools of influence grounded in human psychology. 1. Selective vulnerability. One of the most powerful psychological tools is vulnerability, but only when it's used strategically. Many women, often without ill intent, display selective vulnerability. This means sharing moments of weakness, sadness, or stress that elicit sympathy and support from others. This tactic taps into others' natural desire to protect or help, particularly in men who may feel the urge to fix or rescue. This doesn't mean women are being deceitful. Rather, it's a form of emotional intelligence. But when this vulnerability is leveraged too often or at opportune moments, like avoiding accountability or seeking favors, it can cross into manipulation. 2. Nonverbal cues and micro-expressions. Body language is a silent but potent form of influence. Women tend to be more attuned to, and skilled at, using nonverbal signals such as eye contact, touch, smiles, and posture. These subtle cues can create intimacy, suggest trustworthiness, or even intimidate. A warm smile or prolonged eye contact can disarm someone emotionally, making them more open to suggestion or agreement. In group dynamics or arguments, a simple raised eyebrow, a sigh, or a look of disappointment can shift the mood without a single word. 3. Gaslighting, often unintentionally. Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation tactic where one person causes another to doubt their memory, perception, or sanity. While the term has heavy connotations, it can sometimes occur unintentionally in everyday arguments. For example, a woman might say, "You're overreacting," or "That's not what I said," during a disagreement, phrases that can make the other person question their reality. This isn't always done maliciously. Sometimes it's a defense mechanism. But repeated use, even unconsciously, erodes trust and clarity in communication. 4. Silent treatment and emotional withholding. Silence can be a weapon. When used purposefully, the silent treatment or emotional withdrawal becomes a powerful form of control. Rather than confronting a problem directly, one may shut down communication, forcing the other person to pursue reconciliation, often with apologies or concessions. This tactic manipulates the natural discomfort people feel with unresolved tension. When used sparingly, it can be a way to take space. But when it becomes a habitual tool to gain control or punish, it turns dark. 5. Triangulation. Triangulation involves bringing a third party into a dynamic to create jealousy, competition, or validation. For example, a woman might mention the attention she receives from other men, subtly comparing her current partner's behavior. This can create insecurity and spur a reaction. In friendships or workplaces, triangulation may involve pitting individuals against each other or subtly favoring one person to maintain power. Though often subconscious, it can create toxic relational patterns and emotional instability. 6. Guilt tripping. Guilt is one of the most potent emotional levers. Women, often socialized to value emotional intelligence and relationship harmony, may use guilt as a way to influence behavior. Phrases like, "After everything I've done for you," or "You must not care about me if," are classic guilt tactics. The intention may not be malicious, it can stem from unmet needs or frustration. But guilt tripping coerces compliance by making others feel like they're bad people for not giving in, rather than allowing them to act out of genuine care or desire. 7. Charm and flattery. As tools of influence, flattery and charm are age-old methods of persuasion. Women often excel at using social warmth, compliments, or flirtation to gain cooperation, especially in situations where direct confrontation or requests may backfire. Whether it's getting a better deal, diffusing tension, or influencing a decision, charm becomes a psychological tool. While not inherently bad, when charm is used to mask motives or extract favors without reciprocity, it leans toward manipulation. Final thoughts. Awareness over accusation. It's important to note that these psychological tricks are not exclusive to women, nor are they always conscious or malicious. Much of human interaction is driven by deeply ingrained social behaviors and survival mechanisms. Women, often raised in environments where emotional intelligence and subtlety are more rewarded than direct aggression, may simply develop these tactics as adaptive strategies. However, awareness is key. Recognizing when these behaviors are being used, by others or ourselves, empowers us to choose conscious communication over manipulation. Healthy relationships, whether romantic, professional, or platonic, thrive on authenticity and mutual respect. By understanding these patterns, we can break cycles of control and foster more honest human connections.